Welcome to Broken Hill, here in far west New South Wales. Just behind me is the famous Broken Hill mine, which raw materials fund the towns surrounding it. I'll talk about the town more in just a few moments, but for now, let's travel to the airport, as today we're flying Regional Express Airlines to Sydney via Dubbo on a Saab 340. Broken Hill is a small mining town situated in the far west region of New South Wales, approximately 900 kilometres from the state capital, Sydney. After the discovery of silver ore in the region, various mines opened, but by far the largest mine would have to be the one located in the centre of this small town. Other than silver, other raw materials mined here include lead and zinc, which are still being mined to this day. Unlike the rest of New South Wales, Broken Hill and its surrounding region actually observes Australian Central Standard Time, or UTC plus 9:30, the same as nearby South Australia. After a pleasant day here, it's time that I made my way back home with Rex via the rural town of Dubbo. Broken Hill Airport has several regularly scheduled flights serving the cities of Adelaide, Dubbo and Sydney by Qantas Link and Rex. As I stepped up to the check-in counter, I was scared when I saw flight check-in closed. Waiting for a Rex employee to appear, I quickly proceeded outside. Soon my inbound aircraft arrived from Sydney, which is a 30-year-old Saab 340B+, registered as Victor Hotel Zulu Lima Kilo. The aircraft rolled off the assembly line in Sweden in 1994, being delivered brand new to American Eagle Airlines in 2005, before being transferred to Rex in 2014. After getting told off for being late to check-in by basically every airport staff member, boarding commenced from Gate 1. Regional Express's Saab 340s are in an all-economy class layout, with 34 seats laid out in a 1-2 configuration. This afternoon I shall be seated in 6 Charlie, which is an emergency exit row seat. The economy class seat has 30 inches of pitch and 18.5 inches of width. There is a standard tray table that folds down and extends. In the seat pocket you'll find a safety card, emergency exit row card, magazine and air sickness bag. Above are individual reading lights, air vents and flight attendant call button.
Thank you.
Soon the props started to turn as the engines fired up, 1 hour and 15 minutes behind schedule. Taxi to runway 23 via Alpha and runway 5. Now please enjoy this unedited takeoff. After takeoff, we turned left, setting an easterly course towards Dubbo. Flight time for the first leg is 1 hour and 24 minutes, covering a distance of 423 miles or 680 kilometers, cruising at 19,000 feet. Once reaching cruising altitude, the in-flight service commenced, and we had two choices, the sweet or the savory. I decided for the first leg for the sweet option, which was a lemon and yogurt slice, which was really delicious and wasn't as crumbly as I initially thought. Just ahead of us were several different lakes, including Balaka Lake. A few minutes later, I was able to see the small town of Sunset Strip, just at the doorstep of Menindee Lake. On board the aircraft is a single lavatory located at the front of the cabin, just behind the cockpit, which has everything you'd expect to find for a flight of this length. However, the running water has since been decommissioned. Soon we commenced our descent into Dubbo. As the aircraft descended further down to the ground, the weather changed as a pretty severe storm was approaching the town. Side note, whilst flying through the extremely turbulent clouds, I couldn't help but think how similar this descent was to riding on a roller coaster. Now please enjoy this unedited landing. After landing, we taxied back to the terminal via runway 23 and Alpha. We pulled into gate 2, 47 minutes behind our scheduled arrival time. Dubbo is a regional city in central western New South Wales. Known for its agricultural heritage, Dubbo thrives on farming, especially sheep and wheat production. A notable attraction is the Taronga Western Plains Zoo, offering a unique open-range wildlife experience. The city itself serves as a huge transportation hub due to its strategic location on major highways and railways. Soon the engines restarted, 31 minutes behind our scheduled departure time.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back our frequent travellers, and a warm welcome to those passengers travelling with Rex for the first time.
Taxied to runway 5 via Alpha and runway 23. enjoy this unedited takeoff. After takeoff, we turned left, setting a southeasterly course towards Sydney. Flight time for the final leg is 54 minutes, covering a distance of 253 miles or 407 kilometres, cruising at 19,000 feet. Straight after takeoff, we passed directly by Dubbo and the airport we just departed from. As we reached cruising altitude, the lone crew member commenced the second snack service. I asked for the savoury option this time, which was the aviator mix, which were barbecued rice snacks with corn. They were extremely tasty and a little bit spicy. Just prior to landing, the setting sun shone through the windows, which was extremely beautiful and almost comforting. Soon we commenced our descent into Sydney. Descending into Sydney during sunset is my absolute favourite time to do so, as the sun always highlights the mountains to the south and the city to the north. As we flew over my home suburb, we made a series of right-hand turns to line up with the runway. Now please enjoy this unedited landing. After landing, we taxied back to the gate via Uniform 1, Lima, Bravo, Runway 7 and Delta. We pulled into remote stand Foxtrot 8, 40 minutes behind schedule. As I stepped off the aircraft and thanked the lovely flight attendant, I followed the other passengers into the bus waiting for us. Regional Express, or more commonly known as Rex, has been a common sight in the skies above Australia for over 2 decades now. After its massive expansion in the last 3 years, the airline says its heart is in the country. But does Rex still uphold this value to heart? Since starting my YouTube channel, I have flown with Rex on board their Saab 340s just shy of 10 times, and every single time I am treated like how childhood friends would meet after a long time seeing each other. Their hospitality is on point, better than any other airline I've ever flown with. Today's flight, as expected, was over almost as quickly as it had started. It felt like 20 minutes had passed before we were already descending into Sydney. The only thing that let them down today is how delayed our flight was. Departing out of Broken Hill over an hour and a half late was a letdown, but I couldn't complain too much as I had air conditioning inside the terminal building and a working phone. Saying that Regional Express is the best airline in Australia is the biggest understatement I could ever say. Hopefully this kind of service continues for many years to come. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure to check out my other videos and don't forget to push that notification bell if you enjoy my content. And I hope to see you again in the next one. See you later!
But everyone says that it's